Yeah, what's up guys, it's Lun-Gi. So today we'll be taking a look at the Dragunity Tenpai deck that I came first in at the World Championship Celebration Tournament. So yeah, we're just gonna take a look at some basic combos of the deck. And then I already posted the deck profile, so I'll link that in the description so you can take a look at the deck list as well. So anyways, so this is a Dragunity Remus. I think his name is Dragunity Remus. So he can get you to the Dragunity combo, or it can get you to your Tenpai monsters. So you start off by activating Remus. So you discard him, and then you will add Dragon Ravine to your hand. You'll activate Dragon Ravine, and then you'll discard a card, and then you will search for a Dragunity monster. So you search for Regatus. So you special summon him, and then if you control a Dragunity monster, you can summon him from the graveyard. But then he gets banished if you leave the field, and then you're locked into dragon monsters in the extra deck. So then you'll Synchro summon into pretty old card, Paidra. So his effect is you can add a level 4 or lower dragon or winged beast monster, and then you can send a level 4 lower dragon. Oh no, and then you can send a dragon or winged beast monster from your hand to the graveyard. So you will search for Mist Valley Baby Rock. So you'll send him to the graveyard, and if you send from the hand to the graveyard, is a mandatory effect, he special summons himself, and then you will sink into Crystal Wing. Now this is usually the end of the Dragunity line, so if you have your 10 Tenpai cards, you can go into Paidra. Paidra's effect will fetch Sangen Kaimen. You'll activate Sangen Kaimen, and then you can add Chundra. Chundra summons itself, and then you can, I usually like doing this, going into this, reviving, and then going for Accel. So the reason I like doing that is that if the opponent is able to push through, because this is only 2 negates, right? So if the opponent is able to push through, if they go 3 attacks, I can still summon this guy, special summon him, and then you'll be able to pop a Speller Trap without targeting. So you'll be able to blow something up. And then usually when I tribute this card, so I actually did this in the tournament. Opponent tried to attack over this. I just used this effect, and then I actually bounced my Dragon Ravine with his effect, because I was just gonna nuke his board anyways. I was playing against the Pendulum deck. So tribute in the graveyard, triggered its effect. So this is in the battle phase. So activate, revive Chundra, and then in the battle phase, Synchro summon. I had already used Crystal Wings effect, so I just did this. Black Rose Dragon, blow the field. This is in the hand. Black Rose Dragon, below the field. So he only had like 1 card left in his hand, which was like Nibiru. So on the next turn, I already had follow-up in my hand. So on the next turn, just normal summon, and then it was GG. So yeah, I don't go for the field spell going first. So going first, don't go for the field spell. Yeah, don't go for the field spell. Go for this, because you have 3 copies anyways, so you can still follow up. And then putting this in the graveyard to make sure that I can actually protect myself from being OTK'd by the opponent if they can push through. So getting to the Tenpai engine is not too difficult. It's basically the same route, but the only difference is that you need to have a dragon in your hand, because the dragon that you search of him, you want to actually keep. So you do need to have a dragon in your hand. So like, I don't like a dragon ruler or something. So use this effect, you add this to your hand, and then you discard the dragon, and then you just normal summon, and then you basically do like the same thing. So activate this, but you do have some options here. Especially summon this. It's quite possible to actually go into like other plays, because you have this, and then you could, if you want to like play Ancient Fairy Dragon, you could go into some other plays as well with Ancient Fairy Dragon if you really want to. But I didn't really want to be too fancy in the tournament. Just the like very basic things. So here you can do this, activate this, special summon this, and then you can sink into Dis Pater, and then since you haven't, if you had a dragon ruler, right? If you discarded a dragon ruler, you could just summon the dragon ruler. So banish 2 dragons or fires. So you can banish this because you're not really gonna need it. So you banish that, and then you have these 2. So you can make seal. Dis Pater plus seal. Dis Pater can actually shuffle back your dragons. And then blow something up, and then you can bounce something with seal, and then also get follow up as well. And then you also have this in the graveyard to summon itself back to protect yourself from being like OTK'd. So you don't need to like completely stop your opponent from like playing the game. You just need to disrupt them enough so that they can only make like a very weak field, and then the next turn you can OTK them. And if you're forced to go, yeah, and then if you go second, obviously you're playing Tenpai, it's easy to go second. But thanks to your Dragunity engine, you have more starter cards now. as well, and you have a different like avenue to go for. And then when you go first, you can actually also go for like Crystal Wing. You can have Crystal Wing and Seals on the field on top of whatever non-engine you drew. So it worked out pretty well for me at the tournament. Deck played pretty nicely. And if you do get like hand trapped, you don't like care so much, because yeah, you still have like your Tenpai. It's still Tenpai, still the Tenpai engine, so you can usually still just like make seals. It's not that difficult to make seals. So yeah, very fun version of Tenpai. Anyway, that's it for the video. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you next time.